Yo. Bye bye.
So I want to address this idea, as most of us know. It's called the flower of life. Okay, the flower of life is a symbol that is created by combining 6 circles, 6 spheres into one, and well, that's the flower of life. Now, it's a symbol that many might know that it's connected to spiritualism, because the symbol has a meaning, but very few people actually know what this meaning is. So we'll begin by creating the symbol, and as I'm creating it, I will explain what it means. It means different things, but one of those things, it's the principle of the 6. So let's begin with the circle. What I do first is I create the circle, right? First I gotta hold down this thing, but I create the circle, any circle, doesn't matter. Now I choose a spot on the circle, and doesn't matter where, and I put the needle that is used to make the circle. I put the needle on the circle. Then I create another circle. Notice that the pencil or the pen, whatever, will be in the center, so the shape will be continuous. Okay, so I'm making another circle. Now from this point and every point, it's easy. Okay, we are creating a figure, a geometrical figure that is based on the principle of 7, and the 6 and the 1. Okay, it's the same thing. The 7, the 6, and the 1, it's the 7, right? So now I made a circle, and I have 2 circles. So I'm putting the needle in the place that these circles meet, either here or here, doesn't matter, really, just as long as it will be accurate. And again, I create another circle, right? Wonderful. So if I had some kind of a technological thing, I would probably speed it up, but since I do not, you may just move forward and see me done with those circles, but then you will miss the explanation that I will in a second will give while I'm making the circles. So what is the principle of the 6 and the 1? So everything has an evolutionary kind of like progress based on 7. For example, you can fold, this is funny actually, you can fold a paper. So let's just make sure that I'm not giving a mistake. This is the center, this is the main circle, so I'm putting it here and making sure I'm on the middle. Notice that I'm doing everything with only my right hand, so I'm pretty proud of myself on this. But unfortunately, it's not really accurate because, well, I need to enforce this thing. Well, this is the last one. It did not came out as accurate as I would think. Okay, never mind that. Eventually this shape will create us this. Okay, there we go. How is this shape or this shape? It's the same shape because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles that are derived from this singular middle circle, and the combination between them creates this flower of life. So what is this flower of life? Let's mark it. Okay, we have 6 messengers that came from the divine, let's call it kingdom, throughout the entire human civilization of the past plus minus 8,000 years. Okay, and the first was let's see, we have Moses, we have Jesus. We have Muhammad. Okay, Muhammad. Med. We have Beatty. We have Kadari, and we have Mevlana. Right? So we have basically 6 messengers that each has a special unique gene. Okay? And in us all, we have the combination of all these 6 genes. So each and every person on this planet, right here, right now, has the potential to achieve the magnitude and the greatness of each of these great messengers that came to our planet through birth, just like we came to our planet through birth. And we have the potential to become our prophets and anything. Now think about it this way. Each of us is a flower, and each of us creates another flower. So it's the flower of life, because this is one explanation. There are many explanations, because all symbols do is point towards a truth, the truth. But which truth? This is for each person to find out within themselves by analysis, by thinking, by synthesizing through our own minds, synthesizing and analyzing ourselves. This is our duty. This is our mission, because every person can get new information. We get it either from our personal channel, or we get it from people telling us something, or something we read or look on the news. But every singular idea, message, information, we must process through our own minds, through our logic, awareness, consciousness, right? Awareness and intelligence. We must create this triangle of awareness, logic, and intelligence, and process every single piece of information we receive through this triangle. Why? Because believing things that were not filtered through our own logic can bring us to disappointments and misguide us. That's why we must be the filter through which all information goes through, before we believe it, before we feel it inside our core. We feel it like, yes, it's mine, it's mine. Why is it yours? Explain to yourself, what do you understand? This is very, very healthy process that prepares us all for ascension. And this is what we are all doing here. Actually, we are preparing ourselves for ascension, and we are ascending in every step that we walk in this path, using our logic, our awareness, our intelligence, while we're guided by our conscience and our essence, and our consciousness. So it's a combination of these 2 triangles. The triangle that shows us the awareness, the intelligence, and the logic, and the triangle that shows us our consciousness, our conscience, and our essence. So I conclude this video with symbols, with using our minds, okay, and thinking things through before we act, because every reaction that comes from within is only a lesson from ourselves to teach ourselves what we feel about ourselves. Not the other person, not the situation, but it's a training program from our inner channel. Once we move from vertical logic that says, ooh, I'm getting information, it must be true, to horizontal logic that says, hey, Let's think this through. Let's disassemble it. Let's analyze it. Let's synthesize it. Let's learn more about it. Try to really ground this information. Then it becomes universal. We prepare our channels to be closed by the cosmos, and by it to be connected to the universal channel, and to begin serving humanity through a higher consciousness. So think about it. Don't just take my word. Really think about it. Process that information. And to all that it seems interesting to you in some way, you are all very much welcomed to join the studies of the Knowledge Book. Let's study. It's for free. And it's here to guide us mentally, spiritually, connectively, universally in our path as one people, one human family, together. So, let's do this together. Have a wonderful day, and see you soon.